All right, guys. So, morning. So I'm on the Nasdaq here, and I just happened to leave my screen on Nasdaq, so I'll go ahead and start the Nasdaq. So overnight, guys, we see we retested our 800 level here and bounced right off. So that's a good sign. That's a real good sign. That means that there's lots of support right there, quite naturally. So there's a chance that we hold right here. But there's a lot going on today, tomorrow, and Friday. Okay, today we have the core durable goods index. That's where they check and see the manufacturing levels. You know, it tells us how's production doing, right? So if manufacturing production numbers are rising, then that's a good indication, right? But if they're falling, then it tells us that obviously consumer spending is slowing down and we're potentially headed for a recession, right? So that comes out today. Then we have GDP coming out, I believe, tomorrow, as well as a consumer sentiment report, as well as the Fed speaking. Okay, and we also have unemployment claims. Now that's not all tomorrow. Unemployment claims is Friday, I believe. Okay, and I may have my days mixed up, but either way, we have the Fed, the University of Michigan sentiment, consumer sentiment, unemployment, and we have GDP. Okay. Oh, and we have CPI data coming out. So we have like 5 different pieces of economic data coming out that, hopefully they all tell us the same thing. Hopefully they don't give us all confusing pieces of data. So that's going to that further explains why the markets are currently ranging right here and why they're not really moving up or down, right? Because there's so much economic data being released. Let me reiterate, guys, that this is not probably the best time to be trying to, quote unquote, get in a position. You may want to wait, right, to see which way it swings. Okay, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but from a technical point of view, this is a good thing to see, and I do expect this to continue to just range until the economic data tells us good news or bad news. See, what is this range here? That's about 13,000 to 18 or 13. That's 13,000 down to mid 800s. So yeah, I expect it to stay in this range right here for the Nasdaq. So what does that mean for you? Well, the one thing that you definitely don't want to trade, you definitely want to avoid, are options right now, because with that ranging so much, chances are the volatility is going to kill you. Even if you're right, the volatility is what's going to get you most likely. So unless you know how to trade options in a neutral way, spreads or what have you, I don't suggest getting into options today. So let's go to the SPY. Now, SPY does not trade overnight like the Nasdaq and ES does, guys. So that's why you have to go to the 1-hour chart. But we do say, it definitely tested 410 right here, but it held strong. That's a good sign, guys. That is a really good sign to see. It held strong. it held strong. So yeah, this looks extremely bullish right here. It closed above our moving average. That was a beautiful bounce, guys. That is extremely beautiful. So, you know, hey, maybe someone knows something. You know, I always say that when you see something bullish like this, when there's either no reason to be bullish, or there's so many unknown variables that we don't know which way the market should go. Usually you see something like this, guys, somebody knows something. Okay, so we shall see. We shall see. Usually it tips its hands right before the report is released, so we shall see. Okay, that's a good sign on the SPY. Let's go to ES. Okay, so what I want to see, guys, you know, I'm gonna reiterate from last night. I want to see it break above this moving average and hold above it. And if it holds above it, then it will see it clear to the 4150 with a strong candle, right? If it breaks above 4150, guys, and hold very strongly, then chances are we're bullish. Okay, because you can tell how sentiment changes by looking at the size of the candle and the way it trades, guys. Just the way it trades, you can tell how people feel about it, right? Like, looking at it right here, this strong trend to the downside right here, that's a very strong negative sentiment right here. But the opposite would be right here. If you see it go up and shoot up, very strong sentiment. So, you know, this might be the beginning of an uptrend. You know what I want to see. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna break it or not, because it could come right back up to this red line right here, guys, test and shoot down, right? It might not have the juice to break above it, so I'll wait and see. Okay, I'm not neither bullish or bearish. This does look bullish and does look like a good sign, but markets are irrational, and when you're not sure, you shouldn't do anything. It's a good way to lose your money. Alright, guys, so that being said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave your comments below, and be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel, and share this channel with someone who may be interested in following the daily movements of the market, someone who's trying to learn the markets, or someone who just is curious of what traders do every day. Be sure to share it with them. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys this afternoon. Peace. Happy trading.